What's up trainers? Welcome to my first Ultra League Go Battles video where I've managed to clinch 5 wins on my first set. In this edition, I will be featuring an all-time favourite Pokemon, Lapras, and I will be testing out the Skull Bash charge move, which gives a guaranteed boost on defense. My other charge move was actually the Legacy Dragon Pulse, which I had deliberated for a while before eventually changing it to Surf, as you can't get a Legacy move back. Anyway, Lapras is flanked by my best buddy, Togekiss, which is running on Charm, Ancient Power, and Flamethrower. And this is followed by Giratina, which was initially running on Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw, and Ancient Power. As you may know, Ancient Power has since been debuffed, so what you will see in these matches are before the debuff. With this in mind, sit back, relax, and enjoy the battles. Okay, on to our first battle, and we're up against Gotsuke6234. And he's starting off with Gyarados and spewing Dragon Breath, fast and furious. Lapras is taking a lot of damage from those Dragon Breath. He has gotten to his first charge move. I believe it should be a Crunch coming in. So we're going to shield that up just to preserve as much health on Lapras as we get to our Skull Bash and get that boost to defense. He shields. We've gotten that boost. So we are able to stay in the game here with Gyarados. We're going to let that through. As you can see, the damage is minimal. So now we have get to our Dragon Pulse. And we've got the second shield. Okay, now we're switching into Togekiss. And that takes out Gyarados. And brings in a Lowland Mark. So we're going to try to get to that Flamethrower now that all his shields are burned off. And this should do, neutral damage to a Lowland Mark. This should be a Sludge Wave coming in, so we're going to shield. Sludge Wave would do a lot of damage to Togekiss. So we've managed to farm down a Lowland Mark. And he brings in Swampert. This should be a Hydro Cannon coming in. We are also out of shields. And we'll bring back Lapras here. This is where I made a mistake because it has allowed Swampert to farm up a lot of energy as Lapras struggles to get to Dragon Pulse. So we should have swapped in Giratina earlier. At least we would have been able to get to Dragon Claw before Swampert is able to farm up enough energy for Earthquake. That takes out a lot of health. And it's able to get to another Hydro Cannon. Luckily, Giratina is tanky enough to take both an Earthquake and a Hydro Cannon. And with this Dragon Claw, we should be able to just take it out with one more Dragon Breath. And that's it, we have our first game. Okay, on to our second game, and we are up against Vincent Lucky. He's starting off with Lucario. This is not a good matchup for us because Lapras is weak to fighting types. So we're looking to make a switch here to Togekiss. He's gotten to his charge move fairly quickly, so it should be a power-up punch. We are letting it through. And he switches out to a Lowland Mark. A Lowland Mark has Sludge Wave, which will do super effective damage to Togekiss. So we're gonna shield this. Then it's a Dark Pulse. Trying to get to Ancient Power. Hopefully you can get the buff, although it's just a 10% chance. He shields, and we got the buff. We're looking to charm him down, but he's gotten to his charge move. And we're going to shield this up to preserve as much health as possible on Togekiss given the buff. Alolan Mark is out. He brings in Venusaur. We're trying to get to Flamethrower here, since grass types are weak to fire. He should shield this. Oh, but he lets it through! And he takes out Venusaur. In comes back Lucario. I wonder if he has Shadow Ball. Looks like he doesn't, as it's another power-up punch. And we'll take him out. And that's another game in the bag. On to our third match, and we're up against Darrell SM91. We're starting off with Kyogre. This is a comfortable position for us since both Lapras and Kyogre are water type. The aim is to get to Skull Bash and get that buff on defense. We're going to let this through as it's likely going to be Surf. And we've gotten to Skull Bash. Dishing it out. Will he shield? He doesn't, and it takes a ton of damage. We're gonna let this through since we've gotten the buff on defense. Surf barely scratches Lapras. And we're gonna try to farm him down. Yes, we do. And he brings in Giratina. So we've gotten to our second Skull Bash, which will give us a double buff on defense. He shields that. And he's trying to farm us down, but look at how tanky Lapras is with that double buff on defense. We're going to shield this since we are almost able to get to Dragon Pulse. It's a Shadow Sneak. And we're dishing it out. Will he shield? He does, and we get both shields out of the way. He's still trying to farm us down. Down goes Lapras, and we'll bring in Togekiss here. We're going to shield this in case it's an ancient power. Still a Shadow Sneak. It might be that he doesn't have ancient power. Another Shadow Sneak. Okay, we're gonna farm him down, and he brings in Dragonite. We've gotten to ancient power. He doesn't have any shields. This should be super effective. And we have the third game in the bag. Right, on to our fourth match, and we are up against Kadri 007. We're starting off with Latios. This is a Psychic and Dragon Pokemon. An interesting choice. He quickly switches out to Alolan Golem, which has an electric charge move to it. So we need to get Lapras out of there after this Skull Bash and get the buff to defense. He shields, and we bring in Giratina. He's able to get to his charge move. We're going to let this through. It's a Rock Blast. And a second charge attack. It's Rock Blast again. And we finally get to our Dragon Claw. He shields, and he swaps back to Latios. So we're going to get to ancient power here. This should almost take him out, and we get the buff. And he's bringing in Mewtwo. the charge attack is pretty fast from Mewtwo. It should be a side strike. So we're gonna shield this. And dish out our Dragon Claw. It does a fair amount of damage and we are able to farm down Mewtwo. He has no more shields. So with the buff, we should be able to take this game in the bag. On to our 5th and final match, and we are up against Spooky 1996. Ooh. She's starting off with Giratina. Our aim for Lapras here is to get to Skull Bash and get that buff to defense. We're going to let this Dragon Claw through. Lapras is tanky enough to absorb that. Another Dragon Claw. We're still going to let this through. And we're just about to get to Skull Bash. Dishing it out. Will she shield? She does. We got one shield down. And now we'll try to get to Dragon Pulse, but not before another Dragon Claw comes in. We're gonna let this through now that we got the buff. And Dragon Pulse. Let's see if she shields this. If she does, she'll be out of shields. And we still have 2 shields up. She does shield, and it's another Dragon Claw coming in. We're gonna let this through. Lapras has done its job, and we'll bring in Togekiss to farm down Giratina. In comes Swampert. It's gonna be a Hydro Cannon, so we're gonna shield this up. And we're switching over to Giratina now. Another Hydro Cannon, we'll let this through. It's not very effective, and we get to a Dragon Claw. She has no more shields, so Swampert should be going down. Just another Dragon Breath, and her third Pokemon would be Togekiss. Okay, now we need to get to Ancient Power. Without shields, Togekiss will take super effective damage. He charms down Giratina, and we'll bring out our Togekiss. We'll shield the Ancient Power coming in. And we get to our own Ancient Power. This should take out her Togekiss. In comes Giratina. The Dragon Claw is not going to do much damage here. So we can easily farm down Giratina, and we have the game in the bag. Alright trainers, this brings us to the end of our first set. I hope you have enjoyed watching these battles, but don't go yet. If you are considering using Lapras with Skull Bash, do bear in mind that if you're up against a Pokemon with a strong charge move, like Gyarados with Crunch, you should shield up on the first charge attack before getting to Skull Bash. But if you're up against a more neutral Pokemon like Kyogre with Surf or Giratina with Dragon Claw, you can choose to let it through. But if you're in a negative position, like up against a fighting type or grass type Pokemon, you should try to switch out immediately. I do have more footages of Lapras in action using Surf, which actually works better than Dragon Pulse. However, I think I will be releasing more recent footages of my Ultra League battles using Cobalion and Alolan Muk. So if you like these kinds of videos, please subscribe to show your support and to keep me going. In the meantime, keep improving your game, and I'll see you in the next one.